Do you really think the different macronutrients matter at all when it comes to your metabolism? Welcome back, Weight Warriors. If you're someone who's on a fat loss journey like I am, or you're looking to start one, you're in the right place. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy who's trying to not be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes. In this video, we're talking about metabolism again, but more specifically, we're looking at macronutrients or macros and how they really affect our metabolic rate, aka metabolism. I think it can be helpful to understand how our body responds to the different macros. We're talking about proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and really, do they make that big of a difference when it comes to our weight loss journey? So let's dig in and uncover any secrets that we can find when it comes to macronutrients and our metabolism. But before we dive into specifics, let's break it down. What are macronutrients and how do they affect our body in general? So, macronutrients are the nutrients our bodies need in large quantity to function properly. And I should say we need two of them for sure. One of them kind of can come and go depending on who you ask. And they come in these three categories of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Now, I'm going to talk about them here, but I have a video that dives deep into each and every one of them. So if you want to check that out, check out the channel. So what we're really trying to do here is find the right balance of macronutrients, which is going to be really key for your metabolism. And it's not just about completely cutting out one of the macronutrient groups or going to extremes and having way too much of one. So in other words, it's not about going keto and it's not about going carnivore. There is an ideal ratio of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats that very much depend on factors like age, activity level, and individual goals. And that's why it is so important to consider your specific needs when it comes to your specific nutrition. When creating a meal plan, try to focus on incorporating a variety of macronutrients. Again, balance is the key here, and think of your plate as a colorful canvas that you get to paint of these macronutrients. So fill it with lean proteins such as chicken, fish, and plant-based sources like beans and tofu, and then add a generous portion of complex carbohydrates like quinoa and sweet potatoes or even whole grain pasta. But don't forget, a healthy serving of fats like avocados and nuts are very, like I said, I say essential because your body needs fats to function as well. So now we're getting to the fun part. If you really want to give your metabolism an extra boost when it comes to macronutrient portioning, really try to incorporate boosting foods into your diet. Again, these things, we talked about it before when we went over the proteins, but lean proteins such as chicken breast really increase your calorie burn during digestion. And this is because of protein's thermic effect, which essentially means your body needs to burn more calories just to break down the food while digesting. Protein has the highest thermic effect of all of the three macronutrients here, so it makes sense to prioritize protein. And it makes sense to prioritize protein for a lot of other reasons too. It builds muscle and it keeps you burning more and keeps you feeling fuller as well. I challenge you, if you're struggling, like you feel like you're always hungry, try to increase your protein because it's going to do wonders when it comes to feeling satiated. That means feeling full. And it's also, again, really going to help you when it comes to retaining your muscle as you're losing weight, or potentially adding more muscle if you're incorporating resistance training during your weight loss journey as well. Adding more protein really, in my experience, solves a lot of weight loss roadblocks because it's really essential when it comes to your diet. And if you want to remove even more roadblocks, try equipping yourself with knowledge and try to skip as many of the bad parts of a weight loss journey as you can and learn from others' mistakes. Learn from my mistake. So subscribe to Weight Warriors and follow along my weight loss journey. I post a weekly video. And if you are on a weight loss journey, I also encourage you to join the Weight Warriors Facebook group. A bunch of guys who are losing weight together, and we'd love to have you join. So proteins are very important, but I'm not discouraging you from going at the other two macronutrients. Again, whole grains like oats, brown rice are packed with fiber, and you really need healthy fiber on a weight loss journey. It keeps your metabolism healthy, and it keeps you, again, feeling fuller for longer. And don't forget the power of healthy fats, things like omega-3, which is commonly found in like salmon and, like the little fish with like sardines or herring. Anyway, those things, omega-3 is going to be huge when it comes to fat. It really helps your body promote metabolic health and really helps you on your weight loss journey. I will grant that there is a little bit of a myth here, and that we do need to keep this in mind, and you might have heard this before, that certain foods or macronutrients are labeled as metabolic boosters. And while it is true that some foods, again, we've already talked about it with protein having a slight thermic effect, does help your metabolism, it's important to remember that no single food group or macronutrient can dramatically speed up your metabolism. When we do talk about boosting metabolism here, we are talking about very small levels, and everything helps when it comes on a weight loss journey. But that's why it's important not to just eat protein and try to have an overall balanced diet when it comes to, again, these are lifestyle changes, so do what you can do for the rest of your life, not just, smash protein for like a month. But on the flip side of that, you also shouldn't just be cutting out carbohydrates entirely for everybody. Now, keto is good for some people, but for the most part, if you are doing a lot of, again, exercise activity, carbohydrates will help you, and especially if you're trying to, again, gain muscle mass through this process, really carbohydrates before a workout, especially complex carbs, are going to be a good bet. So by understanding the role of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, you can make informed choices that support your weight loss goals. And remember, it's all about finding the right balance here and incorporating a variety of nutrient-dense whole foods into your diet. And if you need personalized guidance, don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, and you definitely, if you want more support than that, I highly encourage everybody to try to get a nutritional coach on your team, or at least someone who can help support you through this process of a weight loss journey and help create a meal plan that's really tailored to your needs.